Welcome home to St. Anne's. We want you to know that you're welcome to join us at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Please be sure to hit subscribe to receive our sermons. We can't wait to meet you. Peace. Okay, so let's talk about this gospel reading a little bit, because I think it's very, very powerful. And it's one of those readings where you can go back to it again and again and again and always get something a little bit different. And I think it's really, really important for us to pull some of it out today. But I think it's one that if I were to try to explain the entire gospel reading to you, I would waste all of it. So we're going to pick a very small piece of it, and you're going to hope in 3 years I pick another small piece of it. Chances are by the time this rolls around in 3 years, you will have forgotten what I said today, so I'll be able to just give this sermon again, and you won't even notice, because I'll forget that I gave it too. So this is the Last Supper. So Jesus knows what is coming, and there's a sense that people know what's coming, but they don't really know. Like, you know, when the sky turns green and it gets weird, I don't know, like Friday night, and it feels weird, and we're humans, we're animals, so we get kind of this sense that something's going on, but we really don't know what. That's where they all are. Jesus knows, but they just know that something's wrong, that something's coming, and they don't really know what that means. And so this is him giving them kind of his last pep speech, right? And I think it's important to get this line with that understanding of the context in which he is saying this line. When he says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you," that's important for us to hear it in that context. Because when we think about peace in our world, what do we think of? We think of being happy, maybe the Middle East not fighting anymore. We think of the absence of conflict, right? Or we think about the super fun time in the middle of this service when we go, "Peace," and we all like run around and we're like, "Peace, yo, love you, good morning. Did you hear about the game going on?" You think I don't know what we do during the peace, but I do know. And I think it's great, actually. I think one of the best measures of the health of a parish is how long the peace takes. Because, like, if it's literally like you're in your spot and you're like, "Peace, yo, peace, yo," and then I look up and we're ready to go, maybe that tells me a lot, actually. So I love that the peace takes a long time, and I'm happy for you to talk whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the Royals, God bless, because we need to talk about the Royals more, maybe, like, boost them up a little bit, maybe give them a little bit of peace. I don't know. But when we hear this word, there are things that come to us. I mean, usually kind of comfort is one of them. You know, things are at peace. Like, we're good with the war. The war is good. We found peace. There's peace at home, which means either the divorce is finalized or you guys are finally in counseling, and we're working through it. The kids are finally done with school for the summer. Maybe there will be peace at home, or the peace will happen when they go back to school in August. I don't know. But that's kind of what we think about, right? When we're fat, sassy, and happy, we're at peace. That's not what it means. Peace is not happiness. Happiness is kind of a surface level thing. I'll be honest. I am happy when I have a good book, a decent cup of coffee, and chocolate. That's not peace, though. That's me being animalistic satiated. And there's a difference. There's a difference between being happy and being comfy and peace. Because peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the realization that you're okay in that conflict. That you are whole within yourself. That spiritually you are at peace with God. So think about it. When somebody is in a lot of conflict and they finally say, "You know what? I'm at peace with it." Does that mean that the conflict is over, that whatever health thing they have going on, that whatever is going on doesn't exist? No. It means that they have an understanding that within themselves, there is a greater awareness. There is a connection with God. There's a connection wholeness within themselves. When you get that what Jesus is saying here is not, there's not going to be conflict. That's not what he's saying. He's saying conflict is coming. Ugliness is coming. Chaos is coming. But you're okay. It's okay because I am with you. And I'm at peace with what's coming because there's a wholeness, there's unity with God in what's coming. And it's okay. That's what we need to hear. Because let's be honest, as Americans, we're pretty fat, sassy, and happy, aren't we? And if we're not animalistically satiated, we're upset. We're really mad, right? It's the end of the school year. It is craziness at my house. I don't even know what's going on anymore. So I will tell you, after Friday night, which was an insane night, Saturday night, this is literally what I did. I had a bottle. I didn't drink the whole bottle. I had a glass of Prosecco. God, don't call the bishop and be like, so Rhodes over there at St. Anne's. No, I had a glass. But I had a bar of chocolate, and I had kind of a junky mystery novel. I mean, let's be honest, these were not hard words. This was not top-level academia here. That was my evening. That's not peace. That's me, like, getting through what happened Friday night, because I got 2 little kids, and there was literally a tornado, like, a quarter of a mile from my house. Yeah, it was great, and I couldn't find the remote for the TV that works. That dude over there has too many remotes. I was not at peace. And frankly, I was just trying to get through last night. I was like, okay, because it is the longest weekend. You all think that Memorial Day is great. It is not great when you work in a school and you've had like 100 snow days and you're going to be there until June. Memorial Day weekend is not a good time. We are not okay. Call your teacher friends, we are not okay. We are not at peace. But what if instead of a glass of wine, a chocolate bar, and a junky novel, I found true peace? What if I came to church today and I really centered myself, surrounded by people who understand and love the same God that I do, who understand, support, and love me? What if I looked for true peace in the next coming week? Because everybody knows the last week of school, it's madness. You got kids, you know the last week of school, it's madness. You got grandkids, check on their parents, because you know the last week of school, it's madness. What if I searched for true peace? What if, instead of making sure that my Starbucks card was loaded for the coming 4 days, I made sure spiritually I was loaded for the next 4 days? So that when I go into there, I'm at peace with it. It doesn't mean the last 4 days aren't going to be chaos. They're going to be chaos. Because I work in a building where not only about 70% of the kids are super excited because summer is going to be amazing, about 30% of them are terrified. Because they know there's not going to be safety at home. They don't know where their meal is coming from. And they know if something goes wrong, it's going to come flying in their face. Literally. What if I didn't go in there armed with chocolate and coffee? What if I went in there armed with God and peace? What would that change? And I ask us all to really focus on that, because that's the question. I'm cool with you saying, how is the world during peace? But I want you to look in the eyes of the people in this church, and I want you to offer them real peace. And I want you to accept real peace from them. Because I'm not the only one who's marching into chaos in the next few days. Every single one of us is. It's different what our chaos and our insanity is, what our conflict is. It's different for every single one of us. But it's real for every single human that you meet. Every single human you meet needs peace, not happiness. We want happiness, right? That's not what we need. What we need for each other is to offer and grant and receive the honest-to-God peace that Christ offers us. So whatever the cross is that you're marching into, whatever that hill looks like for you, I'm not saying don't get a glass of wine and a bar of chocolate, because you do what you got to do to survive. But let's be honest, sometimes it's about survival. I joke with my kids, like sometimes they'll come into my office and they're like, you have an espresso machine? I'm like, yeah, espresso prevents child abuse, and it helps me deal with you. So there is some of that. You do what you got to do to survive. But at the same time, accept and offer to one another honest, true peace, because this is the peace that I grant to you. My peace I give to you. My peace I leave with you. Not the peace that the world gives, not the happiness that the world promises you, but true peace. Peace. Let's stand together and say the words of the Nicene Creed.
We want you to know that you're welcome to join us at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Please be sure to hit subscribe to receive our sermons. We can't wait to meet you.